On today's episode of LatiNation, Cris Cyborg Justino, Orishas, and the entrepreneur, John Henry. What's up, everyone, and welcome to LatiNation, representing your generation from coast to coast, telling you the stories that you need to know. And opening up today's show is an inside peek into the world of Cris Cyborg Justino. She's one of the baddest women in mixed martial arts, probably the baddest woman on the planet. And this segment is broken up into two pieces. The first part is actually something that I did a year ago, where I got to hang out with Cris Cyborg when she was part of the UFC and she just had won the UFC championship. Then I got to hang out with her more recently, right before her fight, where she won the Bellator championship, because she went from one organization to the other. It was a little controversial and people were wondering whether she was going to be able to have a comeback to her career and be a champion again in another organization. She did it, and now she has the Grand Slam of MMA championship, something no man or woman has ever done. So check this out. It's an inside look into the world of the baddest woman in MMA. I'm here with the baddest woman on the planet, Cris Cyborg Justino, the UFC Women's Featherweight Champ. If you're an MMA fan, you know exactly who she is. She could literally pop all our heads off our shoulders in her sleep. She wouldn't even think about it.
Cris Cyborg, she is without a doubt the scariest female mixed martial arts fighter on the planet Earth.
You know, you are regarded, in my opinion as well, and most people's opinion, as the greatest female MMA fighter of all time. How did it feel when you finally got that belt wrapped around you? Did you feel relief? Did you feel vindicated? How did you feel?
For me, it's a one more belt for me, but I always keep it hard, and I keep always training like the challenge #1 contender for the belt. I never think in my mind, okay, I have the belt, you know, I always keep training. When I fought to the belt, I was never thinking about I'm gonna fight to the belt. I think I'm gonna defend my belt again.
You have a great personality, and I think that's one of the things that people are starting to see. You know, because before they just see your highlights and this intimidating woman who was just demolishing the other fighters. But especially with the Ronda thing that came out, people started realizing that you're actually, you know, you're a really nice person.
In the beginning, when I moved to America, like when Ronda started talk about me, I was not having the opportunity to defend myself because I was not speaking English.
Now, the other fight you brought up that I feel has defined your career is the fight that never happened, the Ronda Rousey fight. To explain how that came about, and do you think that it'll ever happen? Do you think she'll ever come back and do it?
You know, all the things I say, always she said me, I cannot defend myself because I don't have the English, I keep training, and it's in the day it's gonna happen. And when the UFC talked to me and say, maybe you can make this fight happen, but you have to make 135. And then they give me the opportunity for me, and then I was 3 years trying, 3 years for try 135. Imagine how much I want this fight. Like the most I can do drop, I think 139 I did in my first cut weight. But she's always, you know, I don't think this fight never happened. I think she's always gonna run away like before. I think then just say this for me, make this fight 135, but I think inside me, I think it's never gonna happen. Because if she really want to fight me, 140, she's can accept it. Like.
The challenger on the scale, officially 143.8, 143.8 pounds.
So regardless of the Ronda fight, whether it ever happens or not, how do you feel about your place in mixed martial arts history? How do you feel about your legacy?
I think I'm here, like, I always think when I fought before or now, I'm not fight because me. I don't want just to hold my name, Cyborg. No, I try to do my best I can for prove the humans can do better or the same the guys. Like can be one fight technical, one fight aggressive, violent, and you know, I think I do this for the girls, for all the girls, then respect us and then open more division for us. I always want equal rights for the women.
Awesome. Now, what's it been like having Tito in your life as a trainer, as a mentor, you know, being part of his crew?
You know, Tito for me is like, I talk to him all the time and it's like my family, you know. When I met him, he's still fighting, and then I watch his training, but he's now a manager before, like, and then he met me, and it's funny because we trained together, and then he's doing this, and he's my coach too. He's teaching me my wrestling, my ground and pound, and then every day we learn each time together. And you know, for me, he's opened the opportunity where I am now. Him and my manager George.
Awesome.
regime.
So what do you think the future is for you? How do you see the future? Are you just open to whatever comes your way? You know, whoever's willing to fight you?
You know, I would like to defend my belt more times I can, and then make the exciting fights for all my fans, you know, and then I think, you know, keep making the story, and maybe one day do an unboxing fight, and I don't know, but for me now, I want to more defend my belt more as I can.
She is one of the most aggressive and ferocious strikers in MMA, period.
She isn't worried about her opponent's counterattack. She isn't worried about her opponent's power.
The reason why I need some advice from you is when I'm dealing with people, difficult people in my life, either friends or business partners, and I'm Cuban, I'm from Miami, so it gets aggressive, people get, you know, angry. What's the best way to play mental warfare with somebody who's giving you issues without having to get aggressive or loud or even violent?
Maybe tell them I'm a fighter.
That's what you do. What about me?
You know, I think first thing you have to control yourself, because sometimes you get so much emotion in the time, you're gonna do a mistake. Hey, I fight myself every day.
Wow.
Oh, this is
I like.
I know.
That's life coach.
This is our enemy.
Wow.
You are our enemy.
The person, so I'm talking about how to deal with my boss and my friends, but at the end of the day, I'm my biggest enemy.
Of course, yes. Why are you scared? Because you don't know what's gonna happen. How is it gonna scare before? You have to do your best you can, and if you lose, it's consequence. You're a fighter. The other day you have to forget about, keep training, fight again.
Wow.
Yes.
Cyborg. Cyborg, words of wisdom. She's my life coach today on LA TV. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. No problem.
This is that's the real belt.
Yeah.
You're about the real one. Coming up on LatiNation, more with Cris Cyborg Justino. Explain the transition, you know, going from the UFC to Bellator now. How has it been like for you? Like starting kind of like over in a different league, even though you've worked with Scott Coker before. How do you feel? Is it a fresh new start for you, or is it more the same?
No, it's a fresh, you know. I think I feel very blessed. I mean, wake up every morning and say thank you, God. Thank you for this blessing I have. Thank you for this new opportunity for me. You know, new chapter in my life. Great in the past.
Yeah, it's right there.
Narrow, but Cris right here.
Yes.
Gabriel cage side press. Cris, you've got the Strikeforce, UFC, Invicta. Where are you going to put the Bellator belt? It doesn't look like you have room.
First, I want to say thank you guys for coming. I appreciate everyone here and take your time. You know, I always have a space for one more belt. We make a space.
You're obviously, you're not, this isn't your first fight, but it is in a new promotion. Is the feeling any different knowing you're fighting for somewhere new in the first time in a few years, or does it feel the same?
I feel very happy myself. I train really hard. And I think the first thing you go to your job happy, don't have any problems with my boss. I just go work and enjoy a new chapter in my life now, my career, and enjoy the time now in Bellator.
Hello, my name is Paulie G, and I'm coaching Cris Cyborg. Cris Cyborg, she's known for her punches and for her fists, but she's great on the ground. Cris Cyborg likes to stand up, usually when she's on the ground in her fights, but she's highly trained, and she can get you anywhere.
Nice. And what's it like to train with her? I mean, sometimes you think, okay, you're training with a woman, but like you don't see.
She's a beast. Yeah, she will rip you apart. She likes to throw people into that right there and just onto the mat. And she likes to beat up men. That's something she likes to do.
Jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. No, it's good. You know what? Just like you said, you just learn from each other.
I learn,
Yeah. It was me and my friend Cindy. She had 5 matches. I had 4.
How do you see your career playing out from here? How much longer do you want to do this?
I feel great after the stem cells. I don't have my injuries, man. It's unbelievable. But I have a hard time with be there. I put every injury, and I don't have any problem this camp. So unbelievable. You guys have to try out if you have an injury. And I feel great. I feel new again. I feel like no injuries, training, no pain. I think it means for me, never quit. Keep going. And the dream, I was there. If you have your dream in your heart, you just have to keep going. Wake up your dream going.
Hey, how's it going? I did this for you.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Hey!